Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to our class lecture for chapter 6, which is interest rate futures, FKB3. Okay? Alright, so before we start, let's take a look at the definition of the interest rate. We have learned this in your economics paper. Interest rate is what? Interest rate simply can be defined as the price of money. So interest rate is determined by the demand and supply of money in the market or in the economy for a certain period of time. So the intersection between demand and supply of money tu will determine the interest rate. Okay, senang cerita macam ni lah. If you go to the bank, okay, one of you go to the bank because you want to borrow money. Actually you go there to buy money. Okay, let's say you want to borrow 50,000 ringgit. Okay, so of course bank will charge you more than that. So the charge itulah interest rate. Kan? Takkan beli duit daripada bank 50,000, you only pay them 50,000. You will charge with what we call interest rate. So that is price of money. So normally if let's say you borrow 50,000, they charge you 3% of interest for 10 years. Mungkinlah you will pay them around 70 to 80,000. Okay, mahal kan? The price of money is very high actually. But that's how it works. Bank pula, bila you pergi dekat dia to borrow, bank is actually selling their money for you. Okay, you go to buy, meaning to say you go to borrow, at the same time dia orang pula jual duit tu kat you. Okay, alright. In the interbank money market, borrowing and lending are crucial and important activity. Bila kita bercakap tentang interbank money market, okay, sesama bank punya money market, normally their major activities are borrowing and lending. Bank with surplus money will lend, okay, and bank with shortage of money will borrow. Gitu kaedah dia. The borrowers and lenders will face the interest rate risk. Okay. Borrowers and lenders, of course, they will face with the interest rate risk. Borrowers takut apa? The borrowers afraid the cost of borrowing increases if the interest rate goes up. Of course, sebab apa? Cost of borrowing akan jadi mahal kalau interest naik. But if lenders pula afraid the interest rate revenue will fall when interest rate goes down. So it depends on who you are. You are the surplus unit or the deficit unit. Kalau borrowers, the deficit unit. Of course, takut interest naik. If you are lenders, the surplus unit, those yang nak bagi pinjam duit. Okay, your income will be in form of the interest revenue. So when interest rate jatuh, maka interest rate revenue you pun akan jatuh. Okay, the underlying instrument. In Malaysia, short-term interest rate are generally categorized into two. The first one is treasury bills backed by government, okay, or central bank, and Kuala Lumpur Interbank Offered Rate, or known as KLIBOR. Some people say it KLIBOR. So terpulanglah kat you. Okay, saya selalu guna KLIBOR rate. Okay, so the underlying instrument for futures trading interest rate yang menghasilkan futures is what? Is the 3-month KLIBOR. So how can we define the 3-month KLIBOR? 3-month KLIBOR rate actually is the interest rate adalah kadar faedah charged or received on short-term funds placed in the interbank market for a period of 3 months. Okay, KLIBOR rate itu adalah interest rate lah yang digunakan oleh bank, either they are borrower or lender, okay, for a period of 3 months. Okay, so itu dia punya underlying asset. Canggih tau. Underlying asset for this chapter is interest rate. Previously kalau FCPO, underlying asset dia CPO, the real asset. Kalau FKLI, the underlying instrument is KLCI, financial asset. But in this particular chapter, to derive interest rate futures, mak dia adalah interest rate. Okay. So, Kuala Lumpur Interbank Offered Rate KLIBOR is also can be defined as the average interest rate at which term deposit are offered. Okay, are offered or accepted lah. Offered ni adalah those yang ada duit lebih. Accepted tu those yang perlukan duit. Between prime banks in the Malaysian wholesale money market or interbank money market. So that's how we can define KLIBOR. So again, ingat KLIBOR rate ni, dengar KLIBOR rate ni is actually the interest rate lah in the interbank money market activities, which are borrowing and lending. So there will be two parties. Again, saya ulang untuk kali yang berikutnya. There will be two units, alright, in the interbank money market, deficit units and surplus units. So the borrowing and lending in the interbank money market pula are normally for 3 months period. Advantages of 3 months CLIBOR trading. Okay, yang pertama, CLIBOR rate ni, alright, it meets the international standard because it is the most actively traded and internationally accepted as compared to other tenors. Normally interbank money market, dia nak pinjam ke, dia nak pergi pinjam ke sesama bank ni, normally they will use maturity of 3 months. Okay, that is the most common or acceptable or standard tenors or maturity period yang diorang guna pakai untuk pinjam dan bagi pinjam sesama bank. Adalah yang pinjam setahun, 9 bulan, but yang paling common used is the 3-month CLIBOR ataupun 3-month borrowing and lending. Itu kebaikan pertama kalau kita trade guna CLIBOR futures, it meets the international standard. Yang kedua, liquidity of the underlying instrument. As a major part of the wholesale interbank money market, so 3 months CLIBOR is the least restricted, yang paling kurang dia punya syarat, okay, with the largest number and widest dispersion of participants, dengan jumlah partisipan yang paling banyak, okay, menyebabkan dia jadi lebih liquid. Bila partisipan banyak, okay, menyebabkan 3 month ataupun FKB3 ni jadi aktif. Bila aktif, dia jadi liquid. Okay, and next we have the volatility of the interest rate, sebab dia lah yang paling liquid, dia lah yang paling least restricted amongst other rate, so menyebabkan dia sangat volatile. Volatile is good. Alright, when CLIBOR is volatile, it is good because its volatility can provide hedging opportunity to the participant. Sebab kalau dia static, there's no point of kemunculan futures market ni normally basically originally because hedges nak hedge dia punya position. So kalau CLIBOR rate tu tak volatile, there's no point of having futures market. Okay, so dia dengan dia liquidnya dia menyebabkan dia jadi volatile. And finally, CLIBOR actually has become a benchmark, okay, for the interbank money market activities. Kalau dia orang nak charge berapa interest, dia orang akan guna CLIBOR rate as the benchmark. Itu yang menyebabkan correlation of the CLIBOR, alright, with other money market instrument is very highly positively related. So these are the advantages of 3 months CLIBOR trading or FKB3 lah. Okay, so just now we talk about the underlying instrument, which is the CLIBOR rate, 3 month CLIBOR. So itu mak dia. So the anak would be the CLIBOR futures contract, or also known as FKB3. Okay, the 3 month CLIBOR traded in the cash market is the underlying instrument, itu adalah CLIBOR, while the CLIBOR futures FKB3 are the derivative instrument traded in Bursa Malaysia Derivative Berhad. So cash market dia adalah money market, interbank money market, futures market dia of course lah Bursa Malaysia Derivative Berhad. Okay, so in the cash market, in the money market tu, okay, there will be intending borrower, alright, potential borrower and also potential lender. Okay, jadi borrower and lender tu in fact are the potential seller and buyers in the futures market. It's okay, kita buat example sekejap lagi, exercise, you will understand insya-Allah. Okay, so these are the FKB3 main contract specification. The underlying asset, again, the 3 month CLIBOR rate. The contract size is 1 million ringgit per contract. Interbank money market ni anak-anak, the borrowing and lending normally memang million. Paling common dia 1 million. Okay, jaranglah interbank money market, alright, do borrowing and lending less than 1 million. So contract size dia per contract is equals to 1 million. So minimum price fluctuation is 25 ringgit. Okay, kalau macam dalam FCPO, you will times 25 metric ton. For FKLI, you will times 50 ringgit. For this chapter, for every tick of fluctuation in the index of FKB3 equals to 25 ringgit. And then the price is quoted in term of index of 100 basis point. Sekejap lagi saya tunjuk bila kita do the exercise. And the final trading day special sikit for FKB3. Alright, the final trading day will be on the third Wednesday of the contract month. So tarikh tu tak tetap. Yang tetapnya adalah the contract will mature on every third Wednesday of the contract month. Kalau contohnya March FKB3, dia akan matang pada Rabu ketiga bulan March. Macam tu. And then for this particular futures pula, kita akan guna 360 days. Alright, will be used for arbitraging activities. Kalau dalam FCPO and FKLI, kita guna 365 days. But for this particular activities, we will use 360 days. Okay, so let's continue with our next video, video number 2.